Sunday, Sunday, gotta get pumped for Sunday. Everybody's looking forward to April, April. Thrones and thrones and yeah, thrones and thrones and yeah, Kit, 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 Kit.
My queen, the new season 8 trailer is upon us.
Oh, my wish came true. Thank you, shooting star.
Aren't you going to go do your analysis and breakdown?
Absolutely. I just gotta change my pants.
And our trailer opens with Wolverine in some sort of shaky camera movie. Maybe a Jason Bourne flick? Treadstone. Blackbriar. And then we have Wolverine once again being a total douche. This seems like an after and before situation. This all seems a little familiar to me. Oh right, this is from my list. Brandon's list of incredibly trite things that will definitely happen in Season 8. Let's see, we've got Pod dying in Brienne's arms, at least 7 different characters staring up at a dragon with majestic music playing, Theon and Euron in hand-to-hand combat, a time travel ex machina situation that makes no sense, Sam defending Gilly and little Sam from Weiss, and yes, the kid is still going to be way too young considering that Gilly gave birth at the beginning of Season 3. Oh, here it is. Arya facing off with a White Walker, stabbing him with Bran's Valyrian dagger, and then all the droids collapse after the mothership is destroyed. Yeah, that's what's playing out right here. And then we have Davos, who's somehow still alive. You think he'll make it past episode 2? I don't know, are there any more little girls for him to win over? And then we have Varys hiding in the crypts of Winterfell. Chance that Illyrio is going to get mentioned? Also, is that Gilly in the background? Is she with a child that's not 5 years old? Yeah, it's Gilly.
Alright, I'm here. Oh man, we've got the Ironborn coming in. And they're carrying the Golden Company. It looks like this is John Connington with his, signature red hair. And that looks like young John Mudd and Harry Strickland and Duck. Yeah, there's Franklin Flowers, good old Tristan Rivers. That's definitely Black Balak right there, and Lysono Mar. You know, the thing about the Golden Company is that it's such a diverse cast of characters. I'm so glad they've added all of this detail.
Why isn't anyone holding guardrails? They're on a boat in the ocean. Safety first, Harry. Safety first. Well, thank goodness Tormund and Beric didn't die. Though, yeah, they're totally gonna die. Maybe they've come to Castle Black to have Ed send a raven? Isn't Bran omniscient? Oh, right. I don't know what they're doing then. Next we get to the Brandbot 9000 explaining how all of Sam's choices have brought him to this point. You get the feeling that everything we've seen is the result of time-traveling Bran's meddling.
Brandbot 9000 planned it all.
Yeah, I'm sure even a time traveler with godlike knowledge wouldn't have foreseen the stupidity of Sam forgetting that Dragonglass was on Dragonstone, only to rediscover that Dragonglass was on Dragonstone. Not to mention, the name of the island starts with the word dragon and ends with the word stone. I mean, it's kind of where you would start looking for a rock called Dragonglass.
And then we get to Blanche, who seems pretty happy. I'm guessing that she did pretty well on Community Day and got lots of Beldam candies. I mean, if all of those Metagrosses back there have Meteor Mash, they're going to be pretty dominating in battle. I would not want to face her in PvP.
And then we see the Unsullied marching to Winterfell. And Emilia Clarke is of course in her Thundercats coat. Honestly though, it's freezing. No one could have knitted you one of these, or made you one of these. Hey, remember in Season 5 when Stannis said they needed to push on or else they would have to winter at Castle Black? Remember that? Time was of the essence? People weren't going to be able to travel in the north? Remember that? I was just checking if everyone remembered that. And then we have a main character stare up at a dragon while majestic music plays.
And then Kit Harington looks really sad in the crypts. I mean, he may just be visiting Ned, but it's possible he figured out he's been having sex with his aunt.
And then we get Gendry at the Forge. Last season he was told that sexual assault is okay as long as it's a woman doing it to a man. This season I'm sure he'll be told that being a psychopathic murderer is fine as long as you're a young girl. Let the shipping begin. And then we have Jorah. He's totally gonna die. Thank goodness they cured him of grayscale. And these two are still around. They're also probably going to die. And then we have Brienne in an action scene, and Jaime in an action scene, and then we have this throne room scene, and that's maybe Harry Strickland.
And then we have Cersei. What is she doing drinking? I thought she was preggers. What's next? Smoking and eating raw fish? Put the drink down and take some B6 vitamins, Cersei. I mean, unless she's already miscarried or something. Who knows?
And then we have a main character stare up at a dragon while majestic music plays. And then we have Grey Worm constipated. And then we get Kit Harington by the Heart Tree, using all of the sets. So they're really pushing this Jon is Ned Reborn thing.
Oh my god, that explains everything. Catelyn hated Jon because she was sexually attracted to him.
Yeah, I don't think... Actually, that's right up George R.R. Martin's alley.
And then we get the Hound with some fire in the background because, he's scared of fire and fire is symbolic of his brother and he needs to get over his fear.
But the Hound is always trying to fight his brother. He seems to have no fear of him at all.
Oh, right. Okay, theory, the fire represents fire.
And then we have Jaime talking about fulfilling his promise to fight the dead. Jaime and his promises. Hey, remember back in Season 4 when they changed Jaime and Brienne's arrival time so they both ended up in King's Landing with Sansa right there and they didn't do anything? Remember that? I'm just wondering if everyone remembers that.
Kit. Running.
Then we have Kit Harington and Emilia Clarke heading out to their dragons. It seems like Kit Harington might be riding one. I bet there's going to be a whole teaching Kit Harington to fly scene. Well, Emilia Clarke didn't really need any lessons. Also, is winter still a thing? Where's the snow? Season 1 felt like early October, and now it seems like late November. Did Shireen melt all of this? What the hell happened? And then we have a bunch of characters who unfortunately aren't going to die anytime soon. Plot armor, plot armor, plot armor. Dany sure looks sad. Likely because Jorah and Grey Worm have died. Should have shared your armor, Dany. Should have shared your armor. And then we have a main character stare up at a dragon while majestic music plays. And then we get... Chad, let me ask you something. You're a pretty big fan of Game of Thrones, right?
Does the High Septon pray?
Of that I'm not certain, but do cliché CGI dragons breathing cliché CGI fire at the camera, does that do anything for you?
I mean, honestly? Fuck yeah!
And finally, we have some soon-to-be-dead characters facing off against the actual dead. Is it me, or does hand-to-hand combat seem like a pretty piss-poor way to fight a zombie horde? How would you do it? You mean besides with a dragon? Well, I'd ride horses at the same speed as the running horde and pick them off with dragonglass arrows. I'd put dragonglass spikes, everywhere. I'd lure them into a forest and then start the forest on fire. I'd build a new wall at Moat Cailin. And if worse came to worse, I'd move to Essos, wait a few generations until the bones of the zombies decomposed, and then come back. How would you do it? Tree telepathy and time travel. Duh!